What is this?
Welcome to another VR Gaming Evolved video. This is Greg.
Hello!
And we're about to show you
Hey!
something amazing. Of course, Greg, you said you heard about this before. The Apollo 11 moon landing conspiracy.
Yeah.
Was it a hoax? Was it a hoax?
Like I said, I'd like to believe that it wasn't, but I don't know.
Right? I mean, we've got these beautiful pictures here of Apollo 11 of the moon craters that they supposedly took when they were flying around the moon. I don't know. And of course, they've got the actual picture. This was taken on the moon, this picture right here. And that little lander leg, there's no dust. There's no dust on the lander leg. Do you think it's possible for a lunar module to land on the moon with thrusters without having any dust land into its leg? I mean, it's got a plate there. It's like a dog bowl. There's nothing.
It's like a dog bowl.
It's clean. It's like somebody vacuumed up. Maybe the astronauts were like, maybe they blew it off before they took the picture because they wanted it to look really nice.
I
don't know. It's possible. It's possible.
Possibly they had a Dyson and
Yeah.
gave it a little...
I mean, what are these little things they put in the ground for? I mean, I'm sure we could look up that later. That's not what this is about. The fact of this video is that Maxwell technology apparently shows you a way to debunk the theory of the hoaxers. So we can actually show you that this was legit, is what they're trying to say, because of the way that light moves. I know I'm saying a whole bunch of jumble, but let's show you the real photos real quick. These are the real photos from Apollo 11 this is Buzz Aldrin coming out of the lunar module, and the person taking the photograph is, of course, Neil Armstrong. And here's Buzz Aldrin coming down to the very bottom, taking his step on the last piece there before he finally touches the moon surface. And people always argue that, as you can see, they're in the shadow. The sun is on the opposite side of the lunar module, and they're in the shadow of it right now. So how come he's so bright? How come we can see him so well, you know? And how come we cannot see any stars? Yeah, there's no stars, yet we can see him so well.
He is lit quite well in that hole he was digging in. You know, quite far up his body.
Yeah. You can see all the way in there. I mean, and for the camera at the time, the cameras were not very good. Here's a picture, of course. I think this is a picture. Oh, that's Buzz. That's Buzz right there as well. Here's actually a replica picture that's done through the Maxwell technology. This picture right here is not a real one. It's done through the CGI. And basically what they've done is they said that light from the sun has actually traveled because it's hitting all of the things around him and then traveling back and hitting him. And of course the fact that Neil Armstrong also has a white spacesuit, that the sun's hitting him and then traveling back and then hitting Buzz Aldrin, which is why it looks so bright. And this is apparently their technology proving that a picture can be that bright in that situation.
It's quite cool, yeah.
I mean, the pictures do look very similar.
Yeah, they do.
Going back and forth between those. So I just thought it would be kind of fun to maybe start up the program and take a look for myself at what it looks like. So real quick, it's not going to show me here until I do this. Properties. Lunar Experience. Okay, There we go. Got it. Alright, so this is the recreation right here. Oh, it's so badass. And they went to a lot of painstaking efforts to completely re-voxel the area. And what voxels are is, I guess, it's a 3D mesh that incorporates light texturing, so that when they put a light source in it, it actually reflects light the way that it would in real life. And they needed the Maxwell technology to do that. So
they remark, good luck to all of you.
I'm going to take off the audio control just for a second. It does do this really cool audio thing if you listen to it, and it'll play a lot of the cool Apollo 11 original audio, which is nice. Over here you can see we've got Neil Armstrong. I'm going to go into WASD so I can actually move the keyboard around. This is so cool.
Yeah, that is pretty funky. I've never actually looked at this before.
No, and it's all in real time, which is amazing, and it's really sweet to be able to see it the way it is. But apparently right now, the way they've got the image sitting right now is where it was in that photo, and they used not only the picture, but they used actually the video they had from that from the time period.
Is this running on Unreal?
This is actually, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure I saw.
I bet you. I think it is. I think you're right.
Unreal.
I think that you are right about that. This is Unreal, because it has that little logo right when you start it. So yeah, the little U there. We've got Neil Armstrong right there holding his camera, and he is sitting there looking over here. And wait a second, I can't see them at all. Well, that's because we're not looking through the camera's lens. When you go through the camera's lens, you see through the exposure, so that's what it would see. But yeah, in real life, obviously, this is what you're looking at. You're looking at a big, dark dark situation here, and you wouldn't be able to see anything. So let's jump back out into my controls. The reference photo is right here, and let me reset the sun and the exposure. Whoa. I guess.
Whoa.
Whoa, yeah. I gotta show Neil, show voxels. Okay, there's the wireframe. That's kind of cool. So you can see as he's coming down. Whoa. And color, direct light.
They
Light
didn't
with-
really go for colors with the wireframe, did they?
with this.
Yeah, the wireframe. It's not a very manly wireframe.
Dude, it's the best wireframe you could possibly have. The big thing I wanted to show is a lot of people always say, why are there no stars? And I thought this was kind of cool that they at least show this. So if you go to the reference photo and you sit there and play with the exposure, you'll notice that if you take the camera and you start overexposing all the way, you would start to see the stars. But you'd have to overexpose the photo so much that you wouldn't then see anything else. And same with you if you look straight up. For example, if Neil Armstrong supposedly put the camera straight up in the air, you'd see nothing but blackness, all the way up until you start to get about 80% and above, 85% in exposure, all the way up to the top, which you would never do in that situation because clearly you'd be overexposing in those situations. So apparently you would see stars, just not until you did those things. Of course, the reference video spot. Yeah, it's really cool to be able to go around and see this. I don't think this is going to change anybody's opinions about anything, because obviously that people can just say that, you know, they're in cahoots, they could make these things together. But I think it really is interesting that we're starting to actually take technology. We're at a point to where we're taking, you know, things that conspiracies, and we're being able to find ways to use technology in a way to find past conspiracies and prove them wrong or right, because I do think that some things are provable, clearly through photo technology and through video technology. And this stuff is kind of cool. Obviously we don't have DNA, but you can sit there and reenact something. The biggest thing is
very cool.
We just need a private company to go to the moon and find these flags and these little markers that we put down in our footsteps, right? Because apparently there's no atmosphere to take the footsteps away, so they should still be there because no wind is going to ever move them. Right? Right. So I think the big thing here is we just need one of these awesome little these little SpaceX or what are the best space companies out there right now?
I think Frontier Developments do alright, and Robert Space Industries.
We need to get there before Virgin. Okay, guys. Now, I think if somebody would just go up and take a few pictures of the frickin' moon, and like you were saying earlier, not to keep this debate going too long, but you were talking about the Van Allen radiation belts. Yeah, I mean, is it even possible that we can get through them? Is this all just some Maxwell conspiracy from Nvidia and NASA together, so that we can just assume that it's possible when it's not? It's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Why do they got to keep us wondering? Just okay. We'll spend $600 for an Oculus Rift. We'll spend $6,000 for a trip to the moon. Okay, just start making them available. If everybody would sit there and put the money in, we could do it. Man, freaking kids. All right, well, I'm gonna exit out of this one now. I just think it's a really cool program, and if you guys get a chance to check it out, do so. There's a lot of people that know more about it than I do, so I'm sure they'll want to check this out and find out what they need to. So until next time.
Bye-bye.
Fuck you, Greg.
What do you mean, fuck me, Greg?
That's not going to be in there. No, I just love being able to do that because that won't be in the video. Nobody will ever see that.
What?
That fuck you part.
What fuck you, Pat?
Only you know.